What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our predictions and best bets for both the AFC and NFC Championship games. All that and much more coming your way right now! Hey Trash Talkers, over 85% of you are still not subscribed to the channel. Please be sure to hit that red subscribe button and turn on notifications, as it will help us create more daily content for you. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Alright Nick, the time is finally here. This is the game before the game. The AFC and NFC Championship games are set. We've gone through the last couple of days and really gone after the NFC and AFC games and just kind of broken it down for everybody to pay attention to. But if you really stayed till the end, you saw we didn't give our predictions. So in this video, you will finally hear our predictions, and we'll give you the best bets that we think are best for these games moving forward. Nick, why don't we start with the American Football Conference, the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you like in this one?
This is going to be one high-scoring matchup, and as we take a look at the numbers for this game, it's a 7-point spread with the Chiefs obviously being the favorite at home. Total point is 54.5. High for this matchup. I think that the Cincinnati Bengals are one incredible offense, have a very solid defense, and the Kansas City Chiefs are just playing out of their freaking mind right now. I think that Vegas is right on par with this one. It's going to be just like it was back in week 17, where it was 34-31, and at that point would have been the over on this total point. I believe that it's going to be an extremely similar result, and that this total point does not do this game justice. It's going to be high scoring. It's going to be probably higher scoring than it was last time, because these offenses now know what to prepare for. They now know where the holes are in the defense, where the strengths are, and how to balance it all out. And I think that Joe Burrow is just getting better as each game goes on. He's able to handle the pressure. He was in the national championship game just 2 years ago. He knows what this feeling is like. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs have been here for the last 4 years. They know exactly how to handle themselves. To me, when we look into the numbers a little bit more, we see that the Cincinnati Bengals have covered the spread 12 times this season. Kansas City Chiefs have done it 10 times. I'm going to believe with how well the Cincinnati Bengals are playing and what they've been able to do so far as covering the spread, I'm going to take the Bengals at their spread at +7. I believe that they actually have a true shot at winning this game, not just to cover the spread. They are a true threat. It's going to be very similar to what the Buffalo Bills were offering on offense. I believe that the Bengals will be able to figure out a couple defensive stops to really get in the mind of Patrick Mahomes and make this game a lot closer than Vegas expects. So I'm going to take the Bengals at their spread. But when we're talking about real life, the winner and loser of this matchup, I can't go against the Kansas City Chiefs. They're just too strong on offense, and we saw them score a field goal with 13 seconds left in the freaking game. They can do it again. They have the roster to do it. You know that the Kansas City Chiefs would be able to pull out the stop if it is called upon for them to do so, and I just cannot root against them right now. Bengals will cover the spread. Kansas City Chiefs will get the real victory and come out on top in this matchup.
All right, so let's break it down. Obviously, you're the statistician when it comes to all of the technical mumbo jumbo, if you will, but I like to bet with my heart, and my heart is kind of on par with you, actually, Nick. I'm taking the Bengals at +7. I believe that this is going to be an all-out brawl on both offenses. And at the end of the day, I think that the Bengals are going to be able to at least match what the Kansas City Chiefs can do on the offensive side of the ball. With that being said, with both offenses firing on all cylinders, I fully expect this to be over 54.5 points. I honestly believe that we are going to, at minimum, get a replication of what we saw the first time, which was 34-31 or more. I do believe that is in the realm of possibility. These teams scoring less than 28 points just does not seem realistic to me. And even still, if they both scored 28 and went into overtime, you're looking at 56 points. You're already over that number. So I'm taking +7. I'm taking the over. When you're talking about that money line slot, though, who's going to win this game? I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. And let me tell you why. I told you that I was betting against Tom Brady, and it came down to the very last second. It did. I got to be honest. But the Rams knew what they were doing. I bet against Tom Brady. Now we see Aaron Rodgers go down as well. I think Patrick Mahomes follows suit. This has been by far and away the craziest year of football. And Nick, I'm sure you can agree to that. I mean, there has been no shortage of drama and just crazy situations that have unfolded throughout the NFL season. I think this is another one where the Cincinnati Bengals are representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. I believe that they not only have the ability to match the Chiefs on offense, but they have a much stronger defense. And with the likelihood that Tyrann Mathieu is out of this game, that is one ball hawk out of the center field that the Chiefs do not have to stop Joe Burrow and company. When you have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd running free, it is going to be scary hours for the Kansas City Chiefs defense, and I don't think they're prepared because they can also pound the ball with Joe Mixon. I personally do not believe the Chiefs have what it takes to hold up to the Bengals, and that's why I'm taking the Bengals in this one.
Hey, you said it. This has been a crazy season, but I think we have the answer to why this is a crazy season, and that's going to be a future video. So make sure you guys stay subscribed. Make sure you are here for when that video comes out. But on to the NFC Championship game, the San Francisco 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. We see the San Francisco 49ers as 3.5-point favorites, even though they have faced the Rams 2 times this season and won both occurrences. The 49ers are still the underdog in this matchup, and then we see a 46 total point over-under. This is kind of low scoring, and as we've seen from the 49ers offense, they've just not been able to get it going. Their defense has truly carried them this far. The Los Angeles Rams have had their struggles on both sides of the ball, but right now, firing on all cylinders. Matthew Stafford playing incredible in the playoffs where people thought he would absolutely cave. This is the game where it gets a little bit interesting because, as I said, 49ers have won twice so far this season, and I'm going to take the 49ers to cover the spread. I believe that they are going to keep this close. They, just like the Cincinnati Bengals, have covered on 12 of their games so far this season. The Los Angeles Rams, also like the Chiefs, have covered on 10 of their games this season. I believe that the 49ers have what it takes to keep it close. They know this team all too well to let this become a blowout, and I believe the 49ers will be able to come out on top with +3.5. Now, when we're talking about who's coming out on top to win this game and move on to the Super Bowl, again, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. To me, they have the Rams number. They know how to stop Matthew Stafford. Their offensive line is completely beat up, and we see the pass rush with Nick Bosa absolutely demolishing their opponent. I don't think Matthew Stafford's going to have the time in the pocket to work. They're going to be able to find an answer for Cooper Kupp. That's going to leave Odell Beckham Jr. as the guy to carry this team to the Super Bowl. No offense, OBJ, but I don't think that you're going to get the job done. Cam Akers, if his fumbling issues keep up, then truly, you're going to need the luck in this one. I just don't think that the Rams have what it takes to get past what Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers will be offering. The defense is too strong for this offensive line. I think it's a perfect storm for the 49ers to go and upset the Rams for a third time this season, this time to go to the Super Bowl.
All right, let's get the bets out of the way, right? We see the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams, and I got to bring up one massive point that, Nick, you didn't really talk about. The Rams are not allowing 49ers fans to come to this game. That is a huge swing in the favor of the Rams. I mean, they are literally limiting how many people outside of the greater Los Angeles County area can show up to this game, and they are canceling tickets without notice. It is absolutely absurd, and honestly, a little despicable, in my opinion. This is not the way a professional sports organization should be handling themselves, but I think that's a different video for a different time. The way I see this unfolding is that the Rams, they've lost the last 7 times to the San Francisco 49ers. And I believe right now the Rams know exactly what they're going to be facing. This Matthew Stafford-led team, Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham Jr., they are on all cylinders. We saw an absolute technician down in Tampa. Now the Rams are at home in their comfortable SoFi Stadium. I believe they're going to be able to get it done right now at -3.5. I think they'll be able to cover that with ease. On top of that, you look at this over-under, and honestly, I'm going with the under just because the 49ers have a really strong defense and they play a very paced-down game. I believe they're going to be able to control the clock. They're going to chew up a lot of clock on these drives, and it's going to limit the amount of scoring opportunity that the Los Angeles Rams have. It's not going to be like playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers where Tom Brady's throwing incomplete passes and they're getting the ball back on 3 and outs. It's not going to be the same. Elijah Mitchell and Deebo Samuel keep that clock moving. They keep getting first downs, and they keep moving those chains in order for the 49ers to just absolutely bleed you out. Now, when it comes to the prediction, Nick, you took the 49ers in this one. I want to be with you on this, but I'm going with the Rams. I've stuck by the Rams for a long time now, and right now I think Matthew Stafford is on the absolute revenge tour that he is needed. He is showing everybody that it wasn't him in Detroit, it was the entire franchise, and right now he is leading this Rams team like no other. We see Von Miller just reincarnated and really helping out this defense. You talked about the 49ers defense. Well, let's see what that 49ers offense can do when they have Aaron Donald and Von Miller in their face. Aaron Donald has the most pressures in the playoffs when it comes to looking at defensive linemen. You know who number 2 is? Von Miller. Those two guys play right next to each other. That is scary hours for this 49ers offense, and it's not going to be pretty. Jimmy G is not going to be able to get out of this one by throwing 0 touchdowns like he has the last 2 games. He's going to have to show up, and that's the guy you just placed your faith in. I'm not doing it. I don't agree. I don't like him at all right now. He is not playing sound football, and this offense is predicated solely on Deebo Samuel and Elijah Mitchell to get the ball moving. George Kittle has shown up here and there, but it is solely those 2 guys for this offense, and I believe that the Los Angeles Rams have what it takes to get the job done.
All right, you laid it out there. I laid it out there. We have it all set. Now I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite bet for these conference championship games? Let us know down in the comments.
All right, well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.